بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So we were discussing last time some statements and some stories regarding Maulana Mufti Mahmood Ashraf Usmani Sahib Rahmatullahi alayh. So in here we mentioned just before that adab is very, very important regarding ilm, pursuit of ilm, acquiring knowledge, how you behave with your books. So as teachers as well, as students as well, it's important, and even as teachers. And here is mentioned one of his practices. So I mentioned before, he used to teach the second jild of Bukhari, the second part of Bukhari in Darul Karachi. So first Mufti Taqi Sahib teach the entire book, and then after he split the second half. He's a very, very humble person. But his adab, so one is, I mentioned this before as well. So the first lesson is the first part of Bukhari, and the second lesson is the second part of Bukhari. And in there, those big madrasas only have one or two books to teach, especially the elder teachers, and the rest of the time preparation, other work. But what he used to do is, he used to always be ready for the first lesson. Because Mufti Taqi Sahib, Hafidhullah, is very busy in lots of things he does. So sometimes he might get a message saying, something popped up late at night, message come tomorrow, I have to travel, something's come up, so I can't. So he would make sure that he was always available. His uncle, he wasn't that much of an age difference. Because Mufti Taqi Sahib was one of, I think, the youngest, and he was the son of the eldest. So that way they were quite close in age. But even then, out of respect and for khidmah for his uncle, he would always make sure that he's available for the first lesson. So if he has something, he would go and teach. And for his own lesson, his daily practice was, he would teach Bukhari second part. He would, before, until he got really ill, he would make ghusl in the morning first. After he had ghusl, he would change his clothes and make sure he put on nice clothes. He would put on itar, form 2 rakats. And form 2 rakats and make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who knows what dua he would make, but assume, along with general dua, probably make dua for barakah in the ilm, the teaching, etc. And then he would go and teach. And this remained with him until his last moments. So this is when Allah gives you barakah. So along with the hard work, the diligence, the mutala'ah, the notes, all of these things we have to do. But to create like a ignition in this, or a light in this, and a nur and a barakah in this, this is things that the ulama have also done. So along with working very hard and studying very hard, you must make sure you have a'mal, you have adab, you have ruju' ila Allah, you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you don't rely upon the same way we don't, if you say, إِنَّمَا أُوتِيتُ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ, that I made this money because of my wealth. So we shouldn't think, no, I can teach good because I made a good effort. You shouldn't say, I can teach good because I'm very clever. I prepared this PowerPoint, I prepared these notes, I prepared this presentation, this exercises. So no, I put my effort in, and everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So put the results in Allah's hands. When teaching as well, make this kind of approach we should have to teaching.